Hey folks, Jesse here from Onion Grass Gardens, and I was recently surprised by something that's been under my nose this entire time. Let's get to it. This maple tree you see right behind me, I can actually see from my dining room window. And I've been making observations just from the window when I'm sitting at the table of a woodpecker. And that's where this whole thing has started. So I was watching this woodpecker come and go from the tree, and I noticed it was dipping its beak into holes. It wasn't taking anything out though, which was strange for me. I'm not natively from Tennessee or this region, and where I come from, the woodpeckers store things like acorns in holes and pull stuff out. And so as I was observing it, I thought, that's strange. This bird keeps coming back and sticking its beak into holes, and it's not pulling anything out of them. And so I came out here after observing one day to take a look. And I noticed these hole patterns on the trees. And not only that, that they were leaking sort of this clear sap. And that's when the light bulb went on for me. And I realized that this was probably more than just a shade tree. So I touched the sap and tasted it. Sure enough, it was sweet. I have a sugar maple. It's been here in front of me for 4 years, and I had just never bothered to identify this tree. We had just thought it was a nice little shade tree that a previous owner had put in the ground. The choices we made on this property hinged on this maple, where we put the picnic table due to afternoon shade, the campfire, our semicircle of fruit trees, all of it. So I went online and I did some identification. And sure enough, the tree not only meets the right descriptions as far as the way the bark looks and the leaf shape for sugar maple, but I also looked up that little woodpecker, and wouldn't you know it, I've got a yellow-bellied sapsucker, which now makes a lot more sense. So this little woodpecker that's been visiting our tree has been poking little holes so it can eat that nice sugary sap that comes from our sugar maple. So next step for me is determining whether or not it will be worth the effort to tap this maple for syrup. I don't know what the yield of a single tree is. I don't know how to tap it safely so that I don't kill my tree. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of research. But either way, I'm going to be working on the health of this tree. Just to make sure it's mulched, it's fertilized, whether it stays a shade tree or becomes a source of food or both. The health of the tree is what's most important. If you are familiar with my earlier videos this year in March, I found this was a tree that the Luna moths were using as a breeding ground. So you can go back and watch that video. I'll post it up in the corner. But regardless of the choices I make for this tree, I'm going to be making sure that the fertility comes first. And we'll see. We might have a sugar maple. That's pretty cool. It was a surprise right in front of me.